Welcome back, family, to the Back Issue Book Club. I'm Greg.
And I'm Paul.
And that's right, I forgot. And this week...
My name is Richard, but I can't say I'm rich because it just gives the wrong impression. So,
right.
I'm Paul.
He's Paul. Paulie.
How you doing?
I couldn't resist.
Paulie bag of donuts, here we.
Paulie bag of donuts. This week we read the... We were so... we enjoyed Charles... by the way, Charles Soule. That's how you say it.
Okay.
Because his production company, his personal, is called Silent E Productions.
Okay.
So that's a little fun thing. Anyway, we loved his Daredevil run with Muse so much. And we had done the big two recently, so we were like, oh, let's go independent. And Rich brought up 8 Billion Genies, and I was like, oh, yeah. We should. I'm sorry. Paul brought up 8 Billion Genies, and we were like, oh.
Whatever my name is.
I was like, oh man, that's right. We should go read that. It's over. It's 8 issues and it's finished, and it's optioned by Amazon, I think. So,
matter of fact, Syndicate. I'm sure other stores have it as well, but Syndicate has hardcover trade paperbacks, but they're
trade board
books, hardcover books.
Yeah.
They're not paperbacks. Trade textbooks, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. Trade hardcovers.
Yeah.
And it's got all 8 issues in it, and each one comes with a signed photo card.
Oh, cool.
From the two creators. And they're sealed, they're wrapped in plastic, just like the Something's Killing the Children ones were.
Oh, nice.
And they're $39.99, which, you think about it, you're getting the 2 autographs and all 8 books. That's not bad.
Especially after reading this.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
I did, yes.
Oh, I loved it. Oh my gosh. I'm a big Charles Soule guy, I think.
I loved a lot of the small details that you want to really zoom. Like, I was watching it on my phone because I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
But I have some copies, but I didn't want to crack open my 9.8s.
Sure.
I'm like zooming in. I'm like, Mango Unchained IPA beer. Interesting.
Wow, I didn't see that.
Yeah, not Django Unchained. It was Mango Unchained.
I like that. I think that...
And
go ahead.
I was going to say little things like the spots on Earth, Margaritaville, Pac-Land, and the island looked like Pac-Man with the 3 dots in front of it.
Yeah, I was looking around the map and I was like, oh, so that's where Hope's Hollow is. And I was like, what is in the Indian Ocean? It's a giant Pac-Man.
No, it's Tiamat. That's what he actually looks like from space.
There you go. There you go. So
the amount of Starship Enterprises and these ship from 2001 and a Star Destroyer and
just engrossing the Earth from outside.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This was such a cool exercise in thought.
Yeah. You know what this kind of reminded me of was the movie that came out of South Korea about the zombies. Oh shoot, what was it called?
South Korean zombie movie.
Yeah.
These might be what you're looking for.
Train to Busan?
Thank you.
Yes,
Train to Busan is a zombie movie, but it is not focused on the zombies. It's more a study of human nature and what different personalities would do in those situations. That's what made that movie great. And it's kind of like Train to Busan combined with Zombieland,
Yeah, and this book did a really good job of being perfectly aware of when it should be serious and when it could be cheeky. I feel like.
Yes, I agree. And it took. I think also took the right ratio of people that would make stupid wishes, selfish wishes, beneficial wishes, wouldn't wish at all, getting wish locked. That was an interesting.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Idea.
Yeah, and at first I was like, no way, but as the story continued, I was like, all right, I can kind of see why. It's like me holding on to not selling my comics ever, and then all right, whatever, I'm selling.
But even something simple like the President of the United States not using his own wish, but ordering one of his own cabinet members to use their wish for the benefit of the country, because I'm the president, I still need to keep my wish.
Yeah, and then I think it was I don't know, some guy on the chief of staff, or not chief of staff, joint chiefs, whatever, army guy, and he was like, "It was my honor. This is what I would do for my country." And then the genie immediately was like, "Yeah, everybody, all the other countries wish the same thing." So, sorry.
I don't understand how they were able to, the people of power later on were able to acquire other people's wishes. That's what I don't understand.
I don't either, actually, because there were several points in the back 2 or 3 books, maybe, where like the Idea Man had like his army of genies going against the other,
The lawyer's army of genies
Right.
or whatever. And I'm like, okay, but how do you get a second wish? How do you go up to somebody and say, "Give me your wish"? No, I'll kill you. I wish you wouldn't. Bang, it's done. You know?
yeah. I don't know.
I'll give you a safe place. I will allow you to come in here if you give me your wish.
But how do you?
I wish you would let me go in there. Wish gone, and I get to go in there.
Yeah, but how do you transfer a wish? They never talked about that.
They did, but only with the trio of the band, where the
Correct.
guy used his wish to give another wish.
Correct. And maybe that's what maybe I don't know. We didn't go into detail with how the Hollow or how the Idea Man fully got to where he was. So maybe
Couples coming in. Okay, I'll let you husband and wife come in, but you have to wish his wish under my control.
yeah, something like that. What a glorious death he had.
I'm glad that moon had a purpose, though.
I know, right? Otherwise, it was just like, ugh, creepy. I wish I could just wish away the moon, he said.
I really wish at the end when the two had the two remaining wishes.
Yeah.
I really wish, like, okay, you know what? You wish the Earth back. I wish that moon was normal. Okay, please just get rid of that damn moon.
Or at least
I've used my wish.
turn 'em around.
I've been looking at it for 8 centuries. I've been staring at that frickin' stupid and his little arm, his Tyrannosaurus Rex baby arms.
Right. Yeah. That. But yeah, he served his purpose. He had a snack of the Idea Man. So these the genies were sarcastic little bastards.
Yeah, and they didn't always. They kind of reminded me of a little bit like Bedazzled. You ever see the movie with
I
Brendan
love
Fraser?
Bedazzled. Yes, it was very.
Oh, you want to be the most sensitive man on the planet? Sure, no problem. Oh, you want to be rich? No problem. I mean,
I love
so
it.
you want to be a superhero and you drew out your entire body what you want it to look like. I still get to put a little baby head on top? Okay, good.
Yeah, Robbie. Oh man, Robbie made it as long. I wonder. I guess he just died of old age.
I would say so after 80 years.
Yeah.
90 if you count the 10 years he was alive before it started.
Yeah. What a trip. Jeez.
And I guess as long as you haven't used your wish, your genie keeps you alive to make your wish.
Oh, that would explain why Betty or Sin Chun was able to make it to the bar at the end, I guess.
Right.
Although, no, you can be killed, though.
You can be killed, but I don't think you die of natural causes.
Oh, okay.
So, do you ever watch Sanford and Son?
I have. I don't remember much. I remember the theme song. I remember Red Fox going like, "I'm coming for you, honey."
That exactly right there. That is the voice I heard in my head when Robbie's father had his heart attack. I think this is a big one.
Oh, he did say that. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he said it's my ticker. I think it's a big one. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you,
Yeah,
honey.
yeah. And then as soon as he died, his mom runs to Robbie and smacks the shit out of him. Wake up. Idea Man's bullshit. And
Yeah. It's funny that she didn't pop the second that he died.
yeah.
Maybe to a point the genies were like, just give her a minute.
I mean, it did seem like they could bend the rules here and there at their discretion.
Yeah, I don't think that they were evil. I mean, they're not evil. They're not mean. Like a couple of them that made like decent wishes. They were like, oh, you know what? That's really cool. Good job.
Yeah.
You know, I'm proud of you. You're my friend.
Right.
I feel bad for you, but at the same time, you really are a dumb human. So,
Would you?
and I have been doing this shit for eons because you guys just keep repeating it over and over again.
What'd you think of? Were you surprised when Will, the barkeep, was revealed to be a genie?
To be a genie, yes, but I knew there was something up with him. Your
Oh,
average
sure, of
barkeep
course.
in Detroit doesn't speak Mandarin. I don't care how much you've been around.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
What was kind of funny when they were talking about, well, once the population gets to 8 billion, that seems to be the point where it just we lose control.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this would be a perfect cameo for, you know, like Thanos to show up and go, with one snap of my fingers, I can... No, not you! Get out of this comic book! You know,
that would be a lot less fun.
or just like something written on the bathroom wall of the lamplight.
Thanos was right.
Thanos was right. Exactly. You know, Will the barkeep, he actually handing out the stickers. He's the one printing them in mass in his little prepper room.
That's so funny. Yeah, that was interesting to hear him recount his centuries.
Yeah, and that
being
he
born.
started the plagues and everything.
Oh my God, yeah. And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm not proud of that," and it actually fucked me up. So I just fucked everybody, and I made more babies as much as I could.
Yeah.
So, and then he became like.
Dracula.
I got it. Well, that yeah. The Monty Python vibes, where like the Black Knight keeps getting. Did you ever see Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's Billy Scratch.
Right. He's sitting there as a head, and he's just like still alive, and it's funny.
Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah. So I don't know. It made me like introspective, think about humanity and myself and stuff like that a little bit, which is really cool. And I couldn't stop reading it. I mean, I had to because of parenting and stuff, but like I was stoked to get back to it.
I was petering in the last issue. I was starting to skip some text boxes.
Is that right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I don't want to read no more. I've reached my limit.
Fair. Did you see the very last panel where it said, population 8 billion, genies 0?
Mm-hmm.
What did that mean to you?
That they finally wished the perfect wish, and there was no reason for them to be there anymore.
Good job.
Right? For every person to love the way that they want to be loved.
I had to Google that. I was like, what the fuck is this? But
Treat people the way you want to be treated. If you love everybody the way you want to be loved, that means you wish that other people would love you enough to give you stuff and, you know, take care of you, which means that you would take care of other people, and there would be no, I want what he has. It'd be more of, I'm glad he has it.
yes, I understood the wish, I guess. I didn't put 2 and 2 together on the final panel.
Well, if the bucket has always got a hole in it, then you never can fill it.
Right.
But if you're loving others as much as you want to be loved yourself, then you're not trying to fill the bucket. Doesn't matter whether there's a hole or not.
That makes sense. I get that.
I'm a very deep person named Paul. So
It just was confusing because it says 8 seconds later, and then it goes 8 billion. So I was confused as to why it said 8 seconds later. But
because everything is eights, it's crazy eights.
that's right. Wow. Yeah. All right. So
Do you want to give a rating, or you want to discuss next week's book?
let's give a rating.
I'm gonna go with a 7. I liked it. I know you're gonna be higher. I can tell by the way you're gushing over it. But
No. Go ahead. 7.
no, I was gonna say I liked it, but it wasn't. It was okay. I love all the little Easter eggs and miniature. You know, like there's so many panels where you gotta like zoom in, like look in and like, go with a magnifying glass, like that's actually some cowboy riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's really cool. And that guy actually wanted to be super, like just be a giant size, but he's so big, he's outside of the atmosphere and he's suffocating.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Of course, when his entire corpse falls back onto the ground, that's going to be one hell of a giant decomposing mass, but I guess they didn't touch on that. And why does there look like something is taking bites out of the planet? And how many Mount Dooms do we need in New Zealand? I'm like, oh, geez.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was.
Who wishes a volcano into existence?
It's Mount Doom, man.
Oh, man.
Just get the Eagles. Get the Eagles.
Skip. Just skip. Just take the Eagles and skip.
Yeah. What about Alex Van Halen? Well, he did live through that, but he wished his brother into existence, and then he died. So.
I liked the part when they was like joining like that semblance of a Justice League or Avengers. Robbie was, and the dude gets killed and crushed. He's like, "I'm only 12, man." He's like, "I'm 11."
I'm only 11.
I was like, "Oh man, wow."
Oh, and that hardened Robbie though.
Yes.
Because you saw in like panels after that, the guy that killed his friend, he was like,
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 9.
I told you you were gonna be higher than me.
I know. I didn't want to give you the satisfaction of being right at the moment. I loved it, man. I thought it was awesome. It really made me think. I couldn't put it down. I thought the art was like perfect for what this series was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you said, it was fun to see like non-discussed things happening in the background all the time, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was an amazing journey. I thought it was so cool and so fun. It's making me want to go get a 9.8 or not go get one. Submit my 2 as a grade pre-screen. Just so I have one.
Really hope they do make this into a show. I would love to watch
You
it.
fucking bonkers.
I think that this would be better than This Is the End ever was.
I think it'd be better than Rings of Power. Cheaper.
I think watching my dog sleep on the couch is better than Rings of Power. But
That's the name, by the way. We couldn't remember it the other day.
Oh,
Rings of
yeah,
Power.
exactly. No, better than Willow.
Yeah. Watch it.
Boy, they've really struck out with some shows lately.
Lately, yeah, and it's been like the fantasy stuff mostly. It seems like so.
Yep.
Anyway, well, there you go. I think we're gonna try something new. I threw up a quick poll, and 3 of you got back to us before we recorded this, which is amazing because I threw it up like an hour ago, I think. So you guys are awesome, you patrons. If you want to participate in that and give us ideas of what we're going to read for our podcast next, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/TeamOhana, and you'll be able to make suggestions for us. That being said...
Well, one of our patrons recommended a book, which is a 3-part series, which issue 2 just got released, and we don't have a release date for number 3. We want to read that, but we're going to wait for the 3rd book to come out.
Yes. We are, however, going to start the Court of Owls arc. I believe it's about 12 issues all told, and so we're going to break it into 2 weeks, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But it is Batman. I think Saturday was Batman Day, so
That's today.
Yeah, yesterday. So
we record this on Sunday night. If you haven't figured this out yet,
yes. So Court of Owls seems apropos. Also, because it's rumored to be the Batman 2 storyline. So
the Pattinson, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Pattinson. Yeah. So we're going to read the first 6 issues of Court of Owls, but then we also got a comment from another patron who suggested reading a current book that's being released right now. Do you happen to have that? Is that what you grabbed? Okay. Yeah. Kill Your Darlings. It's gotten some high praise, I believe. It's from Image, and it came out a few weeks ago, I want to say, or maybe last week.
I think this was 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
2 or 3 weeks ago. But also, just Final Order Cutoff had the second printing of this, of issue number 1, which was a lot more red than this. So it looks more like a river of blood. But if usually books go to second print, it means that there's a demand enough for people want to buy them. So
Right. So we thought it'd be cool if we kept up the normal back issue book club, but we also read a book as it's being released.
Mhm.
So I guess every 4-ish episodes we'll tack on a mini episode about the ongoing.
Yep.
Because we do one a week and comes out monthly stuff, unless you're Spider-Man or X-Men or whatever. So that's fun and exciting.
Means we gotta read more.
It's great. I love it.
Read more comics.
I've read more in general in the past 3 years than my whole life. I never read in school. I was I don't care about reading. I always found the Cliffs Notes so I could get passing grades on quizzes and stuff.
I never did homework. I was so against homework. I'm like, look, you've got me for 8 hours a day. If you can't teach me what you need to teach me in that time period, you have poor time management. I had that mentality in the second grade. Okay, I have a defiant little bastard. Is what it was.
But anyway, yes. So we're going to start that up. I guess next week we can go ahead and do the first issue of Kill Your Darling since it's been out for a little bit. And then we can go from there. But, yeah. Do we have anything else, sir?
Oh, I believe that's it. I mean, this is going to come out after our live broadcast on Monday.
Oh, yes.
With Deegan. So hopefully, if you're hearing this, you tuned in to our cover price review of the hot 10 books of the week on the September 18th, because it was going to be a live broadcast with Deegan Pecoris showing off his... I had it around here somewhere. Trust me on that one. New cover that he did on Creepshow number 1.
Yes.
Ah, there it is. Ta-da.
Whoa! It looks like it belongs to that.
Well, it's funny because I bought the cover A. I did pick up my books from New Comic Book Day, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So that's the cover A. And that's Deegan's.
I do like...
And without saying anything, I showed them to Mrs. Ohana. I showed her this, and she went, oh, okay. Then I said, what about this cover? She goes, oh, that's cool. I'm like, yeah, that one's Deegan's.
Yeah, that's cooler, for sure.
And by the time you guys are listening to this podcast, this book will no longer be in my possession, because this signed copy is being given away during the live broadcast.
Ooh!
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And I got a signed remarked one going out to CGC for myself.
That's nice.
Yeah, he did a really cool remark on it. Hopefully I'll see it sometime in the next 3 years.
All right.
On that note.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you rate and subscribe and leave reviews wherever you listen to this podcast. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, leave a comment. We love interacting with you guys. Keep it clean, keep it comics. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/teamohana, where you can get access to polls, suggestions of where we take this podcast that you're listening to right now. We have a get together where I give you free books. I ship them out every 3 months to you, free, just for being a patron for $3 a month.
But you give them monthly. It's just that you ship them quarterly.
Yes. So you'll get at least 3 books every shipment, usually more.
Yeah.
Our Remember Me videos, you get 2 extra picks. Rather than 4, you get 6. We're
watch-alongs for shows.
We're watching Ahsoka right now, and the watch-alongs are up there. It's very good. We gotta see Blue Man this coming episode, don't we? Or are they gonna do this? Are they gonna do a thing where they show him at the end of the last episode of the season?
You know what? I don't think so. I think there's a couple angles that we've gotten of him. I think we're going to see him.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see him episode 7, not 6.
Okay.
We may see the back of his head at the end of 6, but the important thing is people they're not crazy about the way he looks. The way he looks is completely irrelevant. It's going to be the way he sounds. When you hear that voice that we're so used to hearing out of Thrawn's voice from Rebels come out of his mouth, that's where everybody's going to be like, okay, we got it.
And the atmosphere they build with the music and lighting as well.
Yeah. I mean, come on. What they did with Hayden Christensen already.
That was awesome.
Yeah. And anybody will tell you, I have always hated Hayden Christensen as Anakin in the prequels. Okay, after watching him in this episode, I'm like, I take everything back I ever said about his acting ability. He was just, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, if you want to get on that, you got to subscribe to Patreon.
Yeah.
In our link tree, you can find our Etsy shop where you can get shirts and hats, show off your Team Ohana pride. We'd appreciate that. And what else? Did I cover everything?
Mm-hmm.
I think I did. Be sure to check out our weekly videos. Tuesday mornings, our Monday Top 10 comes out. Thursday mornings, our New Comic Book Day comes out. New Comic Book Day video comes out. So, until we see you all in the next episode, mahalo!